Hello, the Let's Go Farming crew today is at Dalise College and we'll be looking at horticulture. Shortly, we'll be joined by Mary Sibabuka, who is the horticulture coordinator here. So let's just go inside and see her as she takes us through the process on how they do farming here.
Welcome to Let's Go Farming. My name is Mary Sibabuka. I'm the coordinator for horticulture at Dalise College. Here we are. We use the solar pump. We have the solar pump, which is both the electric and the solar. So we've got these solars that we use. If there is no electricity, we use the solar. That helps us to water the garden. So where we are here, we've got these beds, that is the seedlings beds. We have rape, which is 3 weeks old. And we have the cabbages, which is the 2 months and 3 weeks, of which we are transplanting yesterday, and this is the remaining, and this one will transplant after 2 weeks. And then we have the beetroots here. These are the seedlings for beetroots, of which we are transplanting this week. We have the spinach, of which we are going to transplant next week. And we do water the seedlings on the everyday basis to keep the moisture. And if we water, then the insects does not occupy the seeds there. So this is the water. So this is how we do it on everyday basis. We need to water the seedlings. So this is how we do it. So we can move on to the many gardens where we get these seedlings. This is where we plant our seedlings. We've got a lot of crops in there and we plant in stages. We can move. So the seedlings of cabbages that I showed you there from the seed bed, and I work with the students, and the students, they were transplanting the cabbages in this field, and this is how I'm just going to show you how we plant the seedlings. We get the seedlings together with the soil, and this is how we are going to plant. So I'm showing you how we transplanted in the morning together with my students. We have 20 students that remains for agriculture specifically that help us in this garden. Okay, so this is how we transplant. Okay, so we are just from transplanting the cabbages. We transplanted in the morning, and this cabbage, it's 2,000 plants, one in each planting station. Why do we put the one plant in one planting station? Is that we are going to have enough water for the one plant, and even putting the manures, it's easier for us to apply the manures. Remember, we just use organic manure in here. We get the cow dung, that's the one we use for putting in here. Even the goat manure is the one that we use here. Apart from that, we use the stalks for maize. We make the compost so that we can use the compost manure in these plants. So this is how we do it. As I said, that we do it in stages. So this is the first stage, and I'll take you to another stage that we did, then the last one, which we are about to harvest within a month. As I told you that we plant cabbages in stages. We started with that one we were planting in the morning, and this one we planted 4 days ago. So here we are supposed to weed. We are going to engage the students in the afternoon. They are going to weed, and this is how the way we weed. Today the sun is scorching and it's very hot, and for the moment I'm just going to remove this so that I work very well. When you're working, you're supposed to be free in wherever you're doing the work so that you do the work very well. Farming, it's a very hard work, but it gives so much by the end of the day. So this is how we weed our cabbages. So we should make sure that the surrounding of the crop is clean so that we don't harbor the insects. So we are supposed to make it clean. The surrounding is supposed to be clean, and this is how we do the weeding. So in the afternoon, as I said, the students are going to help us in weeding. So from here, I'm going to show you the cabbages, which is 2 months old, and by the next month we are going to sell that cabbage. So we can move to the old cabbage. Here we are. This is a 2 months old cabbage. We will be harvesting next month. Here what we can see, it is the insects that did this damage. This insect is tuta, and of which we sprayed, and it is almost finishing. So I'm encouraging the farmers to be spraying every week. If the plant is attacked, you can even spray 3 days. After 3 days you repeat the spraying, but you alternate the chemicals. So as we can see, this is a big one, of which it is showing us that anytime from now we are going to do to harvest. Of which this one, if you see this, you say that there was too much manure than these others. So as some saying here, the farmers should apply eco manure so that the cabbages, they come up as on the same size. So for now we can go on the short break so that I show another crop for you. Welcome viewers, this is another stage of the crop, that is onion. This is white onion, and we're just from weeding, and we should not water after weeding. So we are encouraging you farmers, after weeding you should not water. Also the plant needs aeration, it needs oxygen so that it grows very well. So this is the stage that we have, and we have the bigger one. From this one we are going to show you the one we are almost harvesting. Hello viewers, we've come to the second onion. I said that is onion which is almost up to the harvesting stage, and this is the one, this is the white onion, and this one it is the purple onion. So I'm going to uproot one so that the farmers could see we are almost harvesting. So this is the stage that we have, and onion can even grow bigger than this. So we are almost harvesting this stage. This is the onion that we are almost selling, and the importance of planting onion in your farms, it is the repellent of the insects. So if you want, you can plant 1 row of onion, the second one you plant the cabbages, the third one you plant the onion. You just repeat like that. So you see that these onions, they repel the insects, and your farm could not have a lot of insects because of this repellent which is nearby of your crops. As you can see, the far end there, we've planted onion, and we have the cabbages there and the eggplant near the onion, of which we put it as a repellent so that we don't use a lot of chemicals. At least we reserve some monies for future use. From here we are going to the tomato field. As I told you that we plant a lot of crops. I'm the horticulture coordinator here at Dalise. So we plant a lot of plants, and we've got varieties in the field, of which we do crop rotation. So where we are seeing the onions, we had cabbages. So for now we have planted the onion, and the next time we are going to plant the tomatoes in this same field. So crop rotation is very much important so that the soil can hold the fertility. Hello viewers, we are talking about the onion. Now we've come to the tomatoes, and this is 1 week old. We transplanted last week. So this is Tovista, and when we transplant, you are supposed to have moisture every time. So we water early in the morning so that it has got moisture to develop the roots down there. So before you transplant, you need to prepare the land very well. Then you put down there, we've put the stalks for the maize, the greens, and from there we had put the cow dung as manure, then the soil. Then that's when we transplant. So as it grows, already we know that it has got manure down there, it has got nutrients down there, such that the plant will grow very well. The only thing that we are going to do is spraying. You spray every week. If it has got the pest, then we should do spray 3 days. After 3 days, we repeat the chemicals. So for now, we spray after 1 week. As small as it is, we should spray. As you can see, the student here is spraying, is the one who helps us here in the farms. And normally I like using the electric sprayer, which is it's not difficult to spray than like the manual one. You just place the button and you are spraying, which is, even me as a woman, I can spray using the electric sprayer. So you can see this is 1 week old, but we are spraying. As tomatoes, it will attract, especially this hot season, it will attract a lot of insects like the red spider mites, the tutor ones. So we protect the crop from young as it is, so that you've got a larger harvest. Okay, so for now, let's go to the tomatoes that is on tying stage. We are putting the poles there, and we are supposed to tie. So we've already started tying, so we show you how we tie our tomatoes. This is another stage of tomato. This is Tovista, and it is on the stage of tying. So we encourage you farmers, we use the treated twine, because this one, it will take even 5 years. You tie, you can even get it, you keep it, and you use it for 5 years. There is no problem. But we don't mind if you don't have money. You can use the traditional one that we normally use if you just have the backyard garden. But for the bigger portions, we encourage you to use the treated twine. Okay, so now we are going to show you how we tie this. You should be gentle when tying. So we get the ropes like that. Then you start tying gently. Start like that. Gentle. As we are tying, You should be gentle so that this one cannot break. So you hold it like that. You pass the rope there, the twine. Again, you pass it there.
Then talk about the trees, why they are longer.
Yes, so we are going to tie like that. Then it stands, it's supposed to stand. So as it stands, then we are going to tie it to the wire. So we are going to ask the student so that he can tie upwards there. So this is how we do it. This is our student who helps us in farming and protecting the crops, even in the spraying. So we tie like that. And why do we have these long poles? Because this is a hybrid tomato and it will reach as far as where we have put the wire there. If you just feed it very well, it can even go above the above the pole. So we need to protect our crops like that. So this one that you are seeing here, it will continue climbing using this rope, because this rope will protect it not to fall down. It will be following the rope up to there. So this is how we protect our tomatoes. Okay, the students were pruning in the morning. We should not leave a tomato as if it's flowers. Okay, so we should leave, if we want, you can leave these 2 stems. If you want, you can leave 3, but not more than that. So as we do this, we do with the pruning, we do like that, so that it doesn't leave the stem here, and we remove like that. So this is how we prune our tomatoes. As you can see, even spraying, it's not difficult. If you prune the tomatoes like that, you spray every part of the plant so that we don't have insects around the plant. You can see even the tomatoes are very clean here, because we spray, as I said, we spray every after 1 week. So this is how we do the pruning. So from here we are going to go to the next stage, where we are harvesting, and the other one we are harvesting the next month. Hello viewers, we've come to another stage of tomatoes, which is at 3 months, and this type of tomato is called Nemoneta. And this breed, it's a hybrid of which you can harvest up to 6 months. If you keep it nicely, then you can even harvest up to 1 year. As you can see, these tomatoes, it has got a lot of fruits. As on this point, we've got 7 fruits. You've seen that it has got a lot of fruits. So it bears a lot of fruits, and I can advise you that you can plant Nemoneta. Nemoneta, it produces a lot of fruits, and this one, it will even reach up to that far, and it will be climbing these 2 twine. You can even look at this plant. So it has got how many fruits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here it has got 5, here it has got 6. So also it produces a lot of a lot of fruits. As long as you put good manures there, you spray, and you spray the fertilizers, and you spray the chemicals, so that the chemicals can not attract the tomatoes cannot attract the insects. So I'm going to show you how you should spray the tomatoes. We don't just spray quickly, but we start from the soil. So let me show you how we spray the tomatoes. Earlier I said that I use the electric sprayer. This is the electric sprayer, of which even a woman, a lady, a girl can manage it, because there is no manual work that you'll be doing. You just place on the button and you start you start spraying. Okay, So you press and you start from the jam there. You spray, because even the insects, there are insects down there on the soil. You spray the stem, even the fruits, you spray them. Each branch you need to spray. There is no branch that is supposed to remain. Everything you spray. Okay? So you've seen that the whole plant, I've sprayed it, even the tomatoes, the fruits, the branch, the stems, you need to spray all of it. So it's not like you should do fast. Even here I can demonstrate. You start the down one. The soil should be treated. The fruits, the stems, and the branches. So you need to spray like that. This is how we spray the tomatoes. So that any insects that sits here, any insects that eats here, it shall not leave. So the tomatoes will be clean as the way it looks. You can even see there are no pests on these tomatoes. Okay. Lastly, let me show you the maize field. As you know that this maize field, you cannot run away from it because it is our staple food here in Zambia. So we go to the first stage, of which I'm going to show you to spray, because it has got also the armyworm that attacks our maize. So you spray on the first stage, the second, and the last one. After tasseling, you should spray even the cob, so that there is no armyworm that will enter the maize. So we can move to the next field. This is the maize field. I said that I show you how we spray for the armyworm. So we spray direct on the stalk. We spray like that. We move on to another maize, just like that. So we can spray like that. Spray for the armyworm, that the maize should be clean. As you can see here, the maize are clean because we've been spraying. We spray at every stage to avoid the armyworm to attack them. So the first stage we spray, the second stage we spray, and then I show you how we spray the maize which has got the cobs on it, so that we don't allow the armyworm to enter the cob. So this is how we are going to spray. You start from down there, you spray every part, you spray even the crop. Spray like that, so we spray every plant, every part. We shouldn't allow the armyworm to enter our cob. So this is the last spraying because it has got the maize. So what we can say is that we should make the whole stock bath in chemicals, so that if any pest, we shall eat and die just there and then. I'm done with spraying. I'm very sure that you followed it from the first up to the end. And this is what we do at Dalise. We plant a lot of crops, different types, and we do crop rotation, and we make sure that our plants, we take care of them by spraying every after 1 week. And if the plant is attacked, we spray twice per week. And here we have students that help us to take care of the plants. These students, they get even the skills such that when they complete schools, they are going to do the skills of farming in their lifetime. Thank you, viewers. Let's cooperate in this farming. Next time we'll come, we'll talk about something else that will encourage you for you to do farming.
We have come to the end of the program. Hope the information shared here on horticulture has been helpful to you, our viewers. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Mutinta Nyanga.